Namaste Bharat. Andaman and Lakshadweep are truly India's most precious gems. Its rich biodiversity, its rich flora and fauna cannot be found elsewhere in mainland India. Its nature is in the purest form and is still prevalent on these islands. But recently, Save Lakshadweep chants had a widespread in the social media platform. What is happening in Lakshadweep? What are the dangers faced by these islands? जानने के लिए इस वीडियो को देखिए। Lakshadweep mainly comprises of about 35 small yet beautiful islands. Its total surface area adds up to 32.65 square kilometers only. According to the 2011 census, its population is approximately around 60 to 70,000 inhabitants. Politically, it being a small union territory, it does not have a legislative assembly nor an elected chief minister. The entire framework or structure of the political system of Lakshadweep is one elected MP, who is currently Mohammad Fazal of the Indian National Congress Party. Second, the local self-government, mainly Panchayat Raj. And third, an administrator appointed by the Honorable President of India. Until 2020, this piece of land was administered by Dineshwar Sharma, who was an ex-IPS officer. And successively before him as well, this island of Lakshadweep were administered by IAS, IPS, IFS, or anyone coming from bureaucracy background for that matter. But on 4th of December, when in 2020, when Mr. Dineshwar Sharma passes away, this trend is broken and a politician is appointed as an administrator, and his name is Praful K. Patel. To understand the art, we must understand who the artist is, a famous troll or meme we all are aware about. Similarly, to understand what is happening in Lakshadweep, we need to know who Mr. Praful K. Patel is. So, in the year 2007, he was first elected as an MLA, Member of Legislative Assembly from Gujarat. And again in the year 2010, when Mr. Amit Shah resigns, he is inducted as the Home Minister of Gujarat in the Narendra Modi cabinet. In 2014, successively, he becomes the administrator of Daman and Diu Union Territory, following which, when both Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli are unified, he is the administrator of both the union territories. So it seemed as if that there was scarcity for bureaucrats in the nation, that their trend wherein bureaucrats were being the administrators of these union territories is changed and seen by a competent, so-called competent Mr. Praful K. Patel. So in his period as an administrator, he encircled himself with some controversies. In Daman, he gave orders to demolish nearly 90 homes which were on the seabeds to clear for the beautification of beaches, and he stated progress, vikas. And when these 90 families were homeless, he asked them to procure them through Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana and asked them to take loans. So when they started protesting, 90 families started protesting. He imposed Section 144 and nearly got beaten and injured many women and children. Secondly, when these two were unified, these union territories were unified, they had two hopes. One is that they would get statehood like Goa, or they would have a legislative assembly or elected chief minister like Delhi and Pondicherry, but both of their hopes got shattered. Now, there was one more controversy which was really tragic. A 7-time MP and a tribal right activist was found dead in Mumbai, and his suicide note also was involved the man of the moment, that is Mr. Praful K. Patel. So now to the picture. Mr. Praful K. Patel is the administrator of these two union territories and Lakshadweep respectively. So that gives us enough background to know who Mr. Praful K. Patel is and what is happening. After electing an MP, the only little democracy that is left on the face of this island is Panchayat Raj. But Mr. Patel took over five main sectors from the Panchayat Raj, that is education, healthcare, animal husbandry, agriculture, and fisheries sectors. So now officially all these sectors were not under Panchayat Raj. Secondly, he enforced new regulation stating that anyone having more than two kids cannot contest for the Panchayat Raj elections. Interesting rule. If this rule is enforced in the mainland India, nearly 96 MPs of the government and about 35 to 36 MPs of the opposition party would stand disqualified immediately. So why such rule enforced in Lakshadweep only? Is that the reason for having high level of population or increase in population? Let's look into the official data. So according to this census, and this is given by the official government page itself, Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, it states that its fertility level is at 1.4%, which is least among the entire nation. Similarly, the women literacy rate is at 96.4%. Women literacy rate is at 96.4%, which is the highest in the entire nation. So, having said that, these were the reasons. When I spoke to a couple of locals in Lakshadweep, they stated that these were the reasons used by Mr. Patel to curb the prominent leaders from growing in politics. The third reason is that the localists claim and accuse Mr. Patel that the COVID spread in Lakshadweep because of him itself. They were operating when India was undergoing the first wave. Lakshadweep didn't have a single case of COVID-19 virus because they used the standard operating procedure wherein they had to get the test done on the island, an RT-PCR test done, and a 14 days strict quarantine. But Mr. Praful K. Patel changed the laws and stated that a negative RT-PCR test from anywhere is enough to roam on the land, use the island, which resulted in the first case in January 2021, following which presently there are about 6,000 plus COVID cases and about more than 24 deaths. Had he not been changed this rule, standard operation procedure, there wouldn't have been any cases and Lakshadweep would have been that part of India a COVID-free zone. According to the Indian judicial process, it's the court that decides that whether a person is guilty or innocent. But a police Raj has been established in Lakshadweep. Its name is Anti-Gunda Act, which is in contradiction to the Rowlatt Act, which was introduced long ago, and which is similar to the UAPA bill that was introduced in the Lok Sabha by the central government, and some similar of its kind of a bill in the BR government. So according to this Gunda Act, it prevents anyone protesting or raising voice against the administrator, and 1 year of detention without the awareness of public can be done according to this act. So many people claim that this is undemocratic, and many people who say that the crime rates have increased in Lakshadweep. For your kind information, Lakshadweep is the only union territory which has the least percentage of the crime rate in the entire nation. So even if there was crime rate is high for the matter, this type of law is completely undemocratic. The fifth point is that the Lakshadweep Development Authority is being established to make or facilitate and make an inconvenience to the corporates to buy lands in Lakshadweep. So until now, it was really difficult for the corporates to buy lands into Lakshadweep. And I would like to pose a question. If the corporates who seek profit in minutest of minutest things would preserve the nature which is still prevalent in its purest form on these lands. The sixth point is that Mr. Patel comes from Gujarat, where alcohol is banned. And until now in Lakshadweep there was only one liquor outlet on only one island, that was on the capital Kavaratti. But when people had hopes that he would ban liquor on this island, instead he gave permissions for many other outlets to be opened on the island, which would change the mindset of the people, inhabitants. The last point, which is not relevant for this picture but yet to be mentioned, that many of these people are descendant of Malayalis and follow the Kerala culture, and they beef or cow is their staple diet, and the beef ban has instigated violence amongst people and protests are being done. The boat sheds are being demolished, stating that the diversity of fishes is being harmed by the inhabitants. The inhabitants seek their livelihood through fishing and they do not follow commercial fishing. They only follow the fishing that would sustain their daily needs and their livelihood.
ഉദാഹരണത്തിന് ഉദാഹരണമില്ല ഞങ്ങൾ മാത്രം കണ്ടാൽ പോരാടിയിട്ട് ആവശ്യം അവർക്കൊരു സ്മാർട്ട് സിറ്റി ഉണ്ടാക്കുവാനെന്ന് ഒരു എടുത്തുകൂട്ടി മുതലാണ് ഒറ്റ രാവ് കൊണ്ട് വിലക്കിച്ചുങ്ങളെ പോയി നമ്മളെ നശിപ്പിച്ചെറിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഈ ലക്ഷണങ്ങൾ ജീവിക്കാൻ കഴിയാം ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ജീവിക്കൊണ്ട നാടും വിട്ടു വീണ്ടും വെക്കലുണ്ട് നല്ലത് അവ ജീവിച്ചോണ്ട് ഇവിടെ ഒരു ജനപ്രതിനിധി കൊണ്ട് പിന്നെ ഒരു തോറ്റോ കൊന്നുണ്ട് ഇവ രണ്ടാളും എവടി പ്രശ്നമെല്ലാം കാണ്ടി കാണ്ടി നാളെ നിങ്ങൾ ഓരോരുത്തരുടെ നാടും ഇവിടെ അവ വന്ന് നശിപ്പിക്കും ഓരോരുത്തരുടെ നാടും അവ വന്ന് ഇവിടെ നശിപ്പിച്ചിരിക്കും നിങ്ങൾ നോക്കൂ ഈ പോരിച്ചാക്കപ്പെട്ട റംസാൻ മാസം എടുത്തുകൂട്ടിയ പണിയാണ് തിങ്കളാഴ്ച രാവ് എടുത്തുകൂട്ടിയ പണിയാട്ടോ ഇത് 10 മണി കഴിഞ്ഞേരം.
Beautiful islands where its inhabitants are highly educated. There is no population in the air. It's really pure and clean. The beaches are beautiful and clean, and there is no overpopulation. There is no crime. People add fishing as their fishing and agriculture as their primal occupation, and the seasonal tourism would fetch them their self-sustenance. People lived with rich culture and heritage and lived harmoniously, and suddenly a politician comes over and ruins everything. I would like to pose a question to you friends, to you viewers. Why is this development for? Why is this so-called vikas for? Is it for the localites or the capitalists? And who is this development for? Is it for Mr. Patel or is it for these localites? It's time for you to think over. These capitalists who will invest huge amounts on these lands and turn it into a Maldives, wherein everything that gets commercialized, these localites wouldn't benefit a penny out of it. And where these localites asked for these kind of development process or regulations being done, just think about it और इन लक्षद्वीपों के लिए अपना आवाज़ ज़रूर उठाइए. Having said that, this brings us to an end of this video. Hope you found this informative. With folded hands, much respect and reverence, thank you. Let's meet in the next video.